I was always curious about Overwatch, mostly because it had so much hype going for it. So I was pretty excited when they released an open beta, so it gave me the chance to try out the game as well. And so I just want to make some notes on the beta because for those that don't know how betas work or what they're really or what they're for, the purpose of a beta is for you to test out the game and then give the devs your notes, on what can be done to improve. Although to be honest, the way betas are being done these days, I really don't think anything much is going to change at this point. But oh well, these are my notes, positives and negatives on the Overwatch beta. So let's start with the positives. This game had some really, really superb character design. And I mean both in gameplay and in appearance. The characters look really, really good. I've seen some people go as far as to say that they have Pixar quality appearance. And I don't blame them for saying that because the characters here are superb. Each of them looks different. Each of them, and they're also really ethnically diverse. Yeah, they have pretty much every race and okay, not every race, but it's a pretty diverse cast either way. Secondly, the game is really well polished. I've barely met any bugs that are worth mentioning. There is one thing I'll talk about later, but really the game is really, really well polished. I don't think this is going to piss anyone off when it comes out. People will like how it works. The effects are pretty amazing. The stuff flying all over the screen. It's pretty cool to look at. The level design is really, really cool. I had to stop at so many points in the levels to just look around and just be like, wow, someone put a lot of work into designing this to look really, really cool. And also there's a lot of places you can go within the level, so that's cool. It makes for good flanking and verticality within the games. The recommendation and highlight system at the end of the matches is pretty cool, not only because it's really nice to look at, but also because it rewards different players for different things. In order to be recommended at the end of the level, you don't just have to get the most kills. You could be recommended for getting the most healing, absorbing the most damage, assisting, all that stuff. Recognizing players for that is really good, and I think it really helps the community to appreciate the type of players who don't necessarily get the most kills, but really help out the team. The music is all right. It's really good actually, but it's I wouldn't. I'm not going to collect this music, is what I'm saying. But it's fine. Switching heroes on the fly is also pretty cool, as it allows you to make up for your mistakes in case you chose a hero that you're either not familiar with or isn't particularly useful with the combination that your enemies are currently playing. You can always switch it out on the fly, and it reduces the snowballing effect that can be in these multiplayer games at times. Where one team completely snowballs over the other. This is a good way to fix that problem. Then each hero needs to be mastered as they do very different things, so that could increase the longevity of the game. I have my particular favorites right now who I believe I could go with competitively if there's some kind of ranked mode, and then I do have the rest that I can just play casually or to just to test them out, just to give myself a bit of a challenge. Okay, those are my positives. Now for negatives, the main one I have is the number of mods. Look, I know this is a beta, but I really, really need to see some different mods. Um, for me, that's actually the limiting factor. If this is all there is, I can't see myself dropping $40 to $60 for just this. We'll wait and see. I'm also not impressed by the number of available skins. I mean, there are some that look different, but most of them are just a change of color. I mean, come on. I know that the game's new, but are they going to like bring them in later? I don't know. It's just they're not enough. That's what I'm saying. And also, could we maybe customize the guns? I mean, this is a shooter. Gun customization would be really cool, and the lack of customization could become a problem with the few, because this is a really small roster of characters in comparison to most other multiplayer games. Then there are some seriously OP characters and moves. One character in particular that really pissed me off is Bastion with the Gatling gun. This move and some well-placed turrets can pretty much end any game. Once the turret is set up in a specific position where you can't get around it to kill it, and also you can't take it out before it kills you, the game's over. That's it. That one turret could pretty much just end the whole game right there and then. It's something that I think should be looked into. I don't know if they already are, but maybe I just suck. But you know, I noticed that. And then finally, I did get a number of disconnections on day one. This was mainly when I was on the European server. It didn't happen once I changed to other servers. So I don't know if it's just the European server that had that problem, but on the Asian and American servers, I didn't have any problems. So I don't know. Maybe it was the European servers, maybe it was my internet. I highly doubt that, but I didn't have that problem once I went off the European servers. So that might be something that needs to look into. That needs to be looked into. Sorry. Okay, so those are my thoughts for on the Overwatch beta so far. I'm liking the game, okay? I think it's really good, and I'm looking forward to buying this and trying it out when all the other mods are available. But you know what? I'm not pre-ordering this. I need to see the other mods first, and then I'll be sold. Alright, if you took the time to watch my video, thanks, and I'll see you around.